So apparently the guy who was working on this, he's taking it back like 3 times, was showing him that the fans were working by pushing on the connectors or the wires with a screwdriver. Welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. I'm Ernest, and on this episode I just got an emergency call out this morning for a vehicle that's been overheating, and this guy's been getting it taken care of by another mechanic, but now this morning his car won't even start. So I'm gonna head over there and see if I can figure out what's going on. Hopefully it's not toast. That would be pretty tragic, honestly. But apparently he's taking it over to this other guy 3 different times because he's replaced some fans that aren't working or something like that. So let's hit the road, see if I can help him out. Sounds like it's an emergency. All right, so here we are. I've gone ahead and whipped out the jack so I can look at the cooling fans underneath the front driver's side tire. Honestly, right now it looks like the battery's just weak, is probably why it's not starting, but that won't explain why these cooling fans aren't working, so let's dig in. Okay, so the battery failed a couple of different tests. I have the cold cranking amp set up higher than this battery's rated for, so it looks like it just needs to be jumped. I've got something that'll do the trick for that, and then let's look at the cooling fan, which should be the main issue. All right, JOMGAND sent me this jump starter. I just test out all the jump starters that I get, so I'm gonna go ahead and test this one out and let's see how it works. I'll tell you right off the bat, 3500 probably stands for 3500 amps. That's a ton, and it's gonna be one of the strongest jump starters I have. Super nice box. Let me go ahead and get this put together and pulled apart, and I'll show you what it looks like. 3 different charging cables, USB-C to C, normal USB to USB-C, and then you got your car charger right here. So perfect, any kind of charging option. Nice cables. Some of these smaller jump starters will have like sensors and stuff built in. The nice ones usually don't, so that's a good sign. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and see if this will jump start it, and then I'll just fully charge it after. Has a nice, oh, that's cool, red flashing. That flashlight, the yellow one, was really bright though. Everything you need. These double as power banks. Perfect. My overall thoughts on this JOMGAND jump starter are it's a great unit. If you want one of these, make sure you check out the link in the description and the pinned comment. Also, I noticed the check engine light is on, so let's check that out. Let's check this out. All right, there we go. Engine electronics has 15, airbag 1, comfort system 2. Dang. List there, the only one I was expecting was cooling system performance. Go talk to the vehicle owner and see if the check engine light was on before it was worked on. So I just randomly filmed this shock bushing. Look how bad this is. Pretty much the whole car is in this shape, and the vehicle owner confirmed that the check engine light had been on beforehand for quite a few different issues. So all I have to do is get the cooling fans working because they use this vehicle for deliveries throughout the day, and it's just overheating in traffic. So as long as that doesn't happen, then they're good to go. So apparently the guy who was working on this, he's taking it back like 3 times, was showing him that the fans were working by pushing on the connectors or the wires with a screwdriver. So he was showing him that it was working, whatever that means. So I'm gonna try that. Crank this AC on full blast so those fans should turn on, and push on these connectors then from the bottom, because I don't want them to come on with my arm reached down there. What's going on here? Right here, huh? So if you push on these, then they might work, maybe. Something like that. We'll give it a try for a couple minutes. This thing's already warmed up from running it a minute ago. So yeah, because look, it's that whole thing that spins, right? Weird fans. I might have to just replace these fans. These don't look very normal. Then I'll get my power probe on here. I'm just not sure which one's which. 6 wires. Probably high mode, low mode, and ground. So if these don't work in a second, I'll turn it off, unplug this, then I'll put my power probe on here and see if we're getting power from those. Which I'm supposing we would, because if some sort of fan dangling here causes it to turn on, then let's do that. Should be on. Oh yeah, they just turned on. And they weren't on earlier. Alright, so I took the connectors apart to test them, and I cleaned everything up real well and put them back together, and everything's working now just fine. I'm really afraid of my fingers getting hit though. Can't really get them to not turn on, so that's good. So that's the end of that video. The story played out just like that. I couldn't get him to not turn on, and the customer was just fine with that, so I charged him a discounted fee, and he had to leave right then and there. It was pretty much an emergency, so I let him go. We'll see if he calls back. It's been about a week now and I haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming they're still working great. If you like this video, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. One day we got to get a gold one of those. Thanks for the support. If you're already subscribed, make sure you leave this video a thumbs up. Leave a thumbs up either way, and check out this video next. I'll see you on the next episode of Roadside Rescue. That's a job well done.